Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight we will be continuing Animorphs number 9, The Secret by K.A. Applegate. And before I continue, this is not meant for young kids. This is instead meant for adults who are discovering or rediscovering the Animorphs series. So please keep that in mind. I've marked this video as, not for kids. So just trying to keep myself as safe as possible for, whatever YouTube decides to do. Yeah. Lovely decaf. So, let's get started. Well, this is more than slightly insane, Marco said. It was later that same day, Sunday evening. We were all gathered around the skunk's den. We're going to raise little stinky skunk babies? What's so insane about that? Rachel asked sharply. Good old Rachel. She thought it was ridiculous, too. But she's my best friend and always backs me up. They're skunks, Marco said, looking from Rachel to Jake to Axe like he was the only normal person in a mental ward. They're cute, Rachel said, glaring at Marco and generally looking like a girl who never used the word cute. Ah, I see. Cute. Well, that certainly explains everything. Jake cut in. Cassie can't take them to the clinic or they may get used to humans. They're young. They'll imprint. So we are taking care of these skunks until Mommy Skunk can come back from the hospital. Are skunks a sacred animal to humans? Axe asked. All animals are sacred to Cassie, Marco said. She's Dr. Doolittle and that animal guy who comes on Letterman all rolled into one. But you eat some animals, Axe pointed out. Cows, pigs, sheep, dogs. We don't eat dogs, I said. In some countries they do. I read it in the World Almanac. We had given Axe a World Almanac to help him learn about Earth. Ever since then, he'd become an expert on useless information. He could tell you the per capita income of Tanzania or the long jump record at the Olympics. Well, we don't eat dogs in this country, Rachel said. Do you eat cats? Excuse me? Jake interrupted. He rubbed the bridge of his nose. He was obviously getting a headache. I could understand why. Look, here's the deal. We are about 300 yards from the edge of the Yerk logging compound. They have sensors. They have guards. Tobias is up top keeping an eye out, so we're safe for now. But we can't get careless. Cassie, tell them what we want to do. Okay, while we're in school tomorrow and the next day, Axe and Tobias will protect the den. Axe will morph the mother skunk from time to time. Tobias will patrol from above. I'll bring Tobias frozen food so he doesn't have to hunt during that time. Ooh, lean cuisine, frozen mouse entrees, Marco teased. I heard that, Tobias said from somewhere up above the treetops. I know, Marco said, grinning smugly. Then, after school and through the night, the rest of us will work shifts. I'll do most of the skunk morphing, but in between times, we'll have to have Jake and Rachel and Marco to help keep up a patrol. Marco held up his hand. Yes, Marco? I asked. Do we get some Save the Skunks t-shirts and bumper stickers? No one has to do this, I said. Look, I know it seems stupid. Nah, it's not stupid, Marco said. Let's see. I'm behind in my homework. My dad thinks I've joined a gang because I'm never around. I don't sleep much because every time I try, I'm suddenly a termite again and I wake up screaming. I never get to just sit around and watch TV. And in my spare time, I have to help figure out how we're going to keep the Yerks from turning some guy named Frand into controller so they can wipe out the forest and hunt down the bird boy and the universe's only almanac reading Andalite. I mean, I knew the middle school years would be tough, but this is a little much. Jake gave Marco a long, skeptical look. So, in other words, you'll be glad to help. For once, it was Jake who made everyone laugh. Even Marco. Marco shrugged. You know, actually, it's kind of a relief finding out Cassie is crazy. We know Rachel's nuts. We know I'm crazy. Cassie's been the only sane one for so long. Welcome to the loony bin, Cassie. Save the skunks. Hug the trees. Let dogs vote. The others all laughed. I laughed a little, too. Marco always made fun of my being an environmentalist. Usually it was okay, because I knew what I believed in. But now his humor cut just a little deeper. I wasn't saving the whales or the panda or the spotted owl. I was saving a handful of skunks. There were plenty of skunks in the world. They weren't exactly endangered. I went back to the termite queen. A bug. I had killed a bug, and for some reason, that had shaken my deepest faith. Maybe Marco was right. Maybe I was crazy. And that's the end of that chapter. And We got a nice little light chapter of Marco going, "Hey, this is an insane idea. Why the heck are we doing this? Okay, fine, I'll do this." Yeah. Now, when the original Animorphs #9 was released, it had Cassie morphing into a wolf. The wolf is her battle morph. But when I chose a title card for this series, for this book, I decided on the skunk because the skunk just plays a big part of this book. It's mentioned, it's a nice little subplot. It's really a huge part of the book as a whole. And it's like, yeah, the wolf morph I can get because, oh yeah, she morphs a wolf. And it's nice to have a cover where, one of the characters morphing one of their signature morphs. But I really wish they had gone with something a little more original, like, not original. Ugh, this is what happens when I don't read from a script, folks. I would prefer they pick a more meaningful animal for this cover, for all the covers, because sometimes the covers of the Animorphs books, yeah, don't totally agree with the picks. So actually for the question for this video, I'm going to ask you if you were able to design the cover for Animorphs #9 The Secret by Kay Applegate, would you have gone for the wolf morph, the skunk, or would you have gone for a different animal? Please comment below and tell me why. And let's see. I guess I'm a little too sleepy and I should have recorded this earlier, but ta-da, here I am now. Oh yeah. So please comment your answers below, and also comment any thoughts, opinions you had about this chapter. Remember, no major spoilers. I'm hoping against hope that people get into the series via these videos. So there's a bunch of twists and turns that happen that just, you shouldn't have spoiled for you the first time going through. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, if you're watching this on my blog and watching on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option so that you will never miss out on anything I ever do, because I do some amazing stuff. But that might just be my ego talking. Now, a little warning for those of you who listen to my Aragon dramatic readings. I'm not going to be having an Aragon dramatic reading this Wednesday. Instead, it turns out that one of my videos, the audio for some reason just cuts off. Whenever I record, I double and triple check that audio is being recorded before I start recording. So I don't know what happened, but I believe it's Animorphs 2, Chapter 14, and I am going to re-record that on Wednesday. So, yay! Oh gosh. So I'm probably going to also do a little update video about that. So yeah, but just say, I don't know, just a little warning for everyone who's keeping up with stuff. So just in case, you're going, hey, why isn't there Aragon video? Or hey, why are you going back to Animorphs #2? Now you know the reason why. And please stay safe, sane, and Hope if you do any YouTube videos, any recordings or whatever kind, you don't have audio trouble. And that, someone reports your audio trouble to you before a couple years passed by.